So hi everyone, in this video we will going to learn about how to install Oracle Database 19c on Oracle Linux 8, right? So first of all we need to show about the system is ready for the installation. For that, first of all we need to see that the mount points are there and there is sufficient space on the mount points. Like you can see that okay, the root directory is of 10 GB, U1 is of 75 GB, U2 is of 75 GB, then temp is 20 GB, right? Then home is 15 GB, likewise. So basically we will going to install the Oracle database on the U02 mount point, right? So you can see that only 1% of U02 has been used, so we are good to install the Oracle database on this, right? So again this is okay, so let's see that whether the Oracle user is installed on the Linux or not. So you can see here Oracle is installed on this, right? So first of all let me get the other things also done. So first thing is that the first thing is that we should install the Oracle database pre-installed RPM, so that all the required packages now let's see that whether this will going to install it or not. So here guys we are reinstalling the Oracle database pre-installed, so it will create Oracle user and other groups like OI installed OSDDBA automatically, and it will also install the required packages for installation of Oracle database on the Linux machine. So it's currently running, right? So we need to wait till it completes. So it's completing, right? Okay, so it has been reinstalled. Okay, so this way guys we can install it. Now see that whether Oracle user is there or not. So you can see that Oracle user OI installed, okay, and all packages are installed on this. Let's see that whether the packages are installed or not. So for that we can fire this command for getting the list of packages that this has been installed on. Okay, so you can see that these are the packages which are those are installed. So this is very helpful, pre-installed Oracle database pre-installed 19c. Okay, so this will automatically create all these like users and all packages which are required, so we don't have to manually install them on the system. So in this way the load for the installation it becomes less and less, right? So these are the manual steps, okay, by which we can install the Oracle user. So now we don't need to do this. Now when we had installed Oracle user, we need to give the password for the Oracle user, right? So now we have given the password to the Oracle user also. Okay, so likewise we need to edit some limits, okay, on the Linux machine, so that the system will smoothly work. So for that we'll do this. So in the etc directory security and the limits.configure we need to add these. Okay, these are the limits for the Oracle user, so we need to add these. So we have added these limits. Now we need to save the file, right? And you can again rectify this whether the limits has been applied or not. So you can see that here, okay, we have the limits, right? No problem. So what are the next steps? Okay, so we need to see that whether the firewall is disabled or so. First we need to stop the firewall, then we need to disable the firewall's service, so that this is for the connectivity purpose. Okay, so if the firewall is open, okay, if the firewall is running in the background, so we could not log in remotely to the server. Okay, so for that I'll disable the firewall. Also we need to enable the cron yd service, right? So it will synchronize the timing, okay, on the server. So it has been done, right? So let test ctl status for the firewall d, right, whether this is running or not. So you can see that the firewall is disabled right now, correct? Again need to rectify system ctl status cron yd, right? So you can see that cron yd ntp server is running in the background, right? That's what we want. Okay, so this has been done. Now let me show you that the host file. Okay, so we have to mention our host name as well as the IP address, okay, public IP address. Okay, this is the public IP address inside the host folder, okay, so that we can connect to the server and we can ping the server. Okay, so let me show you that when I ping the server, what it will show, it will showing us the same IP address which we had included in the etc host file. So in this way, right? So let me also show you that host name is this. Okay, and this is the alias for this, right? So you can remotely log in to this server using this alias. So this has been confirmed, right? So now what we need, now we need to first of all okay, so first of all guys, let's see here. So we are going to install the 19c, right? 19c, and we want the SID to be Pune, right? So this is what so this will be going to be this what we will going to copy it inside the bash rc, okay, of the bash profile of the Oracle user. Okay, so this is the in the sooner steps we will going to do this. So first of all, okay, let me create these directories, right? So first we need to replace the 21c with the 19c, right? So we add in replace it, okay. So again we don't need this one grid, right? Also this one we don't need, so this one we don't need, also this one we don't need, also this one we don't need, right? This one also we don't need. So we are left with u02 u02 u02, right? Okay, okay, that's it. So that's it guys, actually both are same, right? So what is the difference? Our inventory is not there, so we need to copy this and then paste it, okay. So rectify it, okay, u02 u02, okay, this one also, okay, this one also, okay. So this has been done, okay, this has been done, this one also done, this one also done, again this one done, this one also done. So what is the require, what is there? Okay, this one also done, this is repeated. So okay guys, everything is done, right? So let's see u02. So you can see that the u02, so guys you can see that u02 having permission of 755 as well as the ownership is in the hand of Oracle, okay. The group is mobile installed, so everything is set, right? So this has been done, directory has been created. Now we need to log in as an Oracle user, right? So we are in the Oracle home directory currently, right? pwd home directory Oracle, right? So here what we need to do is we need to go inside bash profile, right? Bash profile, okay, go inside bash profile, go in the end, then insert. So this all we need to insert inside this bash profile, okay. So these are the Oracle environment variable, right? Like temp directory, Oracle base, Oracle home, Oracle SID, which we are going to give Pune, right? Oracle term, base path, then path, then LD library, okay. So this path and the LD library is very important, and the class path also for the JDK also, as well as for some utility like R1 SQL plus. So without this we cannot execute the utilities, right? So this is done for the Oracle user, right? So we have changed our bash profile. Now we need to execute our bash profile, right? Bash profile, okay, 1 minute. This one is incorrect, right? Now this is correct, so it will going to execute. Now execute the bash profile, so it will take place, right? So when we do echo and Oracle home, it will come up like this, right? So echo Oracle SID, it will come up like this. So this is done for the Oracle user, right? So we have installed Oracle database pre-installed. So using this we are this using this Oracle pre-installed, okay, package, we are it will automatically install all the created all the users as well as the required packages on the Linux machine, okay. So then we done then we given the Oracle password, okay. Then we edit the limits configuration, right? Then the next what we done, we look inside the etc host, right? And we added our public IP to there, okay. So remote login is enabled by using the etc host file, okay. In the final we did the disable firewall, okay, and enabling cron yd services, right? Then we go and make up and made the directories on the Linux, okay, and given the permission to the Oracle as well as the OI install group, okay. Then we come up, then we log in as a Oracle user, okay. So when we log in as an Oracle user, after login there, we are edit and inserted these environment variable inside the bash profile of the Oracle user, right? So before doing this, make sure that you have log in as an Oracle user, then only you can edit the bash profile of the Oracle user. Okay, then we execute the bash profile so that all the exported Oracle environment variable will take place on the current shell. Okay, so here we can rectify it using the cross check it using the variable names like Oracle home, it is showing, Oracle SID is also it's showing, right? So this is done. So till this we are good. Now we can start our installation. So first of all we need to open the VNSC. Okay, so inside this, login as an Oracle user. Okay, give the password. So you can see here, right? Now first of all we need to see that, so we will we will choose the temp location, right? Oh no, we cannot. Okay, let me come up here. So we will choose the U02 location, right? Inside this U02 we will go inside the product 19c, then db home. So we will here copy the database home, right? Now let's see here, Oracle 19c. So here is the Oracle db. Okay, db home. So this one is installation, right? So we will first transfer the uh, a zip downloaded installation file to our server. So uh, when this will be done, this will going to, when this is done, we will unzip the installation folder, and then afterward we will install the Oracle home, right? There is one more step inside, but first let this complete, then we seal. So we need to first see the prerequisite. Okay, so you can see that whether the server is having enough space, okay, for the installation. Also make sure that the required package is also installed correctly on the Linux machine, so that it won't give any problem when we start our Oracle database installation. Okay, and after that you can verify the Oracle user OI install group and other OSPOR. Likewise, group and users created by the Oracle database pre-install 19c 21c install RPM based package installer, right? And after that we can uh, create directories for the Oracle database. Then we need to show that all the directories is having correct permission like 755. Okay, so 755 actually means the owner, which is Oracle, having write, read and execute permission on the directory, right? And 5 means the group user, which is OI installed, is having say write and execute permission. Okay, and this is for the other also. So in this way we need to rectify all the steps has been done before proceeding for the installation of the Oracle database. So we can be sure, and casually the installation can be done. Okay, if anything is missed, so the installation becomes a mess, right? If anything goes miss, anything got missed, so the installation becomes a mess. Believe me, it won't work after that. Okay, so if something is happened during the installation, so this is fair, we are on the test server, right? We are on the test server, so it won't have any effect. It won't have any effect. But in case of production and lab server, we need to be careful while installing the Oracle database or upgrading the also. In the upgrade, if you want to upgrade the Oracle database also, for example, you are having 12 and you want to upgrade the database to the 19c, in that case also you need to create another database home for the 19c, and then afterward the process comes up, right? So this is done. So we have copied, the folder. Okay, let go inside the, let me show you, let go inside the Oracle home, right? So you can see we have copied all this, then we need to change the permission 77, right? You can see. Okay, let me show you, this is 2.9. Now we need to unzip this. Okay, so we will going to unzip it. Just wait for the unzipping. After that we will going to start the installation. There's one more step there. We need to make sure that OS version is eligible there. Okay, So it will be work like this. So in this way, okay, in this manner it will be unzip. You can also install the Oracle database using RPM based. The RPM, if you're going to install the Oracle database using the RPM, so it will be smooth and easy, okay. But but there are many steps in the manual installation of the Oracle database, right? So it will be applicable to the rack installation also. So in the case of rack installation, first we need to first we need to install the grid software on the nodes. Like for example, we are having 4 nodes, so uh, we need to insert the public IP, private IP, and scan IP on each node etc host file, okay. And then uh, you can choose any node as a mother node, and from there you can start the installation of the grid infrastructure, okay. So there, while you are proceeding for the grid installation, you will get a menu. In that menu we need to mention the grid installation, we need to mention the IP addresses, okay, and the node names also. So once you have given the node names and the IP address, okay, so when that is done, so it will start installation of the Oracle grid infrastructure on each and every node. It will take a lot of time, right? So it will take a lot of time, and it will also depend upon the bandwidth of your network, the speed of your network also, and the processing power of nodes. So for example, if I want to install the Oracle grid and Oracle rack database on this PC, on this laptop, so it will approximately take 8 to 9 hours. It can also take 10 hours also. So it is not a good idea to install the Oracle rack database on the laptops, because the Oracle is a very heavy resource hungry software, okay. It won't allow anything other than itself. The most important thing while you are installing the Oracle database is that you need to have at least 16 GB of RAM on your laptop, okay. So at least 16 GB of RAM, so you can able to install the Oracle database, as well as at least you can install a standalone server, or we can say that at max you can utilize maximum of your processing resources on available to your laptop. On the basis of those, you can utilize all these, and then you can install 2 node rack system, okay. Only 2 node rack database you can install if you have a 32 GB of RAM installed on your laptop. If you have 16 GB, so it is not a good idea to install the Oracle rack database, because it will consume enormous amount of resources. Like it will consume the disk space, as well as the RAM consumption is increased. You need to give at least 8 GB to each and every node, okay, available, okay. For example, if you are running a 2 node rack database on your laptop, so you need to give at least 8 GB to each node, okay. So 8 and 8, it will become 16 GB RAM, right? So the 16 GB RAM will be taken by the 2 VMs running on your laptop. And what about the operating system is running? So if you are using Windows as your host operating system, so it needs at least 5 GB RAM, okay. So it will not satisfy the requirement, right? So 16 GB will be taken by the Oracle database VMs by themselves, and you left with no RAM for your host system. So in that case, your laptop become stuck, or it will become harm. You need to restart your laptop. In that case, it was happened with me also. So instead of installing the Oracle rack database, you can practice the commands, okay, on your production environments on lab servers, right? So you can see here, so we have unzipped we have unzipped our we have unzipped our Oracle database. Now let's see that. Oh yes, release. So here see the 8.4, okay. So this is 8.4 here, right? Now we need to go inside the CV, right? CV. Now where we need to go inside RPM admin. Now here we need to change some parameter inside this CVU config, okay. So it won't now where it is, CV enable true, okay, here, okay. So we need to change this, right? 8.4, right? So we have to change this. So this will be in sync with the OS, okay. Operating system is at 8.4, so it also become 8.4, right? Oracle home, right? So we are ready right now. Yeah, right. So now we are in the installer. Let's see that whether it will do the same output or not. So we are going to so now guys we will going to run the run installer. Okay, now we will start the GUI installation of the Oracle database, right? So it will open up. Just to wait for a minute and it will be open the window for universal installer. You can see on the screen that it's open. Okay, so it's opening, right? So here it is. So you can use extrum, okay, for getting this. So we need to set up only software only. Okay, so here single instant database installation, now enterprise edition. Then we need to choose the Oracle base from the which is already been set up on the bash profile, so we don't need to do it manually. Inventory directory also, group is Aura inventory there. So you can see the speed. Okay, so we need to we need to remove all the files, log files from the Aura inventory. Okay, so we will create, we have just opened a duplicate tab for that. Okay, so now we need to go there. So it has been open. Now we need to go inside Aura inventory. Okay, now inside the Aura inventory, cd Aura inventory. Now inside we need to remove this log file. Okay, okay, it has been opened. Now we can continue our installation. Okay, so you can see our installation has been proceeded further. We need to select only OI install group. Okay, for all these steps. Now we need to give root password for executing of the root shell script. Okay, so it will be perform a pre-check now. So so we already having 12 GB RAM on our VM, so we don't need to care about it. Okay, so I just ignore all of the swipe. Okay, so you can select yes, and then further we need to so this is what basically the um, status. Okay, screenshot snapshot of the how the installation will going on. Okay, so now the installation has been started. So yeah, stepwise it will be completed. Okay, so first of all the configuration of the local node will be prepared. So you can see here the processing also happening right now, so it's preparing in progress. You can see it, so you can see here. Okay, so yeah, now we can see that linking the binaries are in progress. Okay, so binaries mainly are like U02 apps. Okay, product over data. So these are binaries. Okay, so they are doing it, and we need to we need we can use those binaries for getting the stuff done, right? Like backup taking using the Harmon. Okay, so here it will take 1 hour, right? Actually it will take 1 hour. Here on the side by we can see the resource utilization of the VM from our host machine. Okay, so using the task manager, so you can see here there in the task manager window, you can see the CPU is spike at the 39 40 41 42 percentage. The memory is going up like 10.9 GB, and the disk space usage also there 100%. Okay, so likewise, so actually Oracle is a very heavy resourceful database software. Okay, so currently we are only installing the Oracle database software. Okay, after that we can install, we will start the installation of the database only. Okay, so first of all the database software will be installed on the Linux machine. Then we can start with the DBCA. Okay, DBCA is a utility which will help us to create a new database. Okay, so likewise we can use that DBCA also, database, which is a short form for the database configuration assistance. Okay, so using DBCA we can modify as well as create and delete the database. Okay, you can do all the three things. Okay, so now it's linking the Harmon utility. Okay, so likewise it will going up and up. You can see on the side by also task manager that the CPU spikes up to going 30%, memory is utilizing 14.4 GB. So guys, I am having 32 GB memory installed on my laptop, so there is no problem. But only the problem is that this installation will take much more time because of I am having as hard disk. Okay, so if you are having SSD, so it will quite quick. Okay, so this operation will be quite quick and your installation will be faster than mine. Okay, so this way, so it will be taking a lot, right? So it's currently in progress. Likewise, okay, so linking the binary also succeeded. Now the setup is in progress. So likewise, stages by stages, everything will be happen. So you can see there 46% CPU spike, right? Your now it's asking about the for executing on the root script. Okay, so we already given the password, so we just need to click on S button and it will perform the operation by its own self. Okay, okay. So here we have successfully installed Oracle database software. Okay, so that's it. We will now going to close this window and we'll start the database installation. Okay, using the DBC. Now this has been completed, right? You can see the logs also. Now we will start the database installation using the DBC utility, right? Just click enter there in it will start the installation of the database configuration assistant in the graphics user interface mode, right? You can see spikes again, spike up. So here you can see that we can create and manage the template. Currently we don't have any database installed, so it will only show us two options there. Okay, so now just click on the create. Now here we will select the advanced configuration. So here we will select the Oracle single instance database, right? General purpose or transactional processing only. Other two options also there, but we just want to make it simple. Now here in the global database name and SID I will type Pune as a database name. Okay, we will say we will also need a PDB here, pluggable database also. So we will create Pune one as a PDB, right? So now just click next. Here we will simply select use template file for database storage attribute, right? So here we will select the FRA where the backups store. So it will be of size 12 GB approx, right? Enable archiving. So uh, Oracle logs will be generated from the redo logs. Okay, so it will keep the database in the same mode, right? Now the create a new listener. Okay, so in the place of listener we will select listener Pune, right? And it will be listen on the 1521 port number, right? So just click on next. So this is the Oracle home and this is the listener, this is the port. Just click here. We don't need vault right now, so just click next. Yeah, we will keep the database to the minimum. Okay, so we will select use automatic shared memory management. Okay, and even I am having a 12 GB off, I will keep the AGA and PGA, okay, at minimal. Okay, now in the sizing you can see now only 300 users can log at the same time on the server. Okay, here select the AL connection mode will be dedicated. Okay, Now here add sample schema. Okay, so like HR schema and all that, if you want those also installed with the Oracle database, so you need to check this, otherwise you can uncheck it. But it is beneficial like for the practice one. Now we just need to click next. Okay, so because all this stuff has been done, configuration. Now here for the Oracle Enterprise Manager, we will select the 5500 port number. Here we need to give the system and PDB admin password. Okay, so we will give same password to all the three. Okay, so it will be good for not having anything very complex. Okay, so it is good to have single password for test users. Click on this, just click on the create database, it will simply click create the database for you. Okay, so these are all the ready-made stuff that has been provided by the database DBCA database configuration assistant. So this is what we will get after our installation. Okay, so just click on finish, it will start the database installation. So you can see the progress also. So in this way guys, we can create a database. So it will take another half an hour, right, for the installation of this database. So guys, if you're having SSD, so this process will be quite fast, okay, as compared to mine, because I'm having hard disk. SSD will perform much better in the read and write operations. We just need to wait for the completion of the database installation. You can see that preparing for DB operation is succeeded. Now it's on the next stage, like copying the database files. Okay, so these are the stuffs which are included in the installation. Okay, so this will be same if you, even if you are installing any rack database. Okay, so in case of rack database, we first need to install grid software. Okay, on all the nodes. For example, if you are having two nodes rack database. Okay, so two node rack database, so you need to have installed the grid infrastructure software on both of the nodes. Okay, so you have to choose one of the node and start the installation. So in that installation, when you start, you need to give the IP addresses and the host names of the next nodes, like second node. In that, after that, the installation will start copying the installation binaries and all the stuffs to both the nodes. Okay, so it will approx takes 5 to 6 hours. So it's actually very lengthy process. And after the grid installation has been completed, you can start installing the rack database there. Okay, so likewise guys, we need to have it. So you can see that 31% has been completed. Copying the database files also succeeded. So just for the practice purpose, we can install the standalone database on the single server. It is not a good idea to install the 3 node 4 node rack database. Okay,
on the laptops and PCs, because these softwares are extremely resource hungry. They will take a lot of resources, like they will take a lot of RAM, lot of hard disk and other stuffs. uh, and in that case, I'm having a Windows host, okay. So Windows also needs 5 to 6 GB of RAM, okay, reserved for itself. So if you're having at least 16 GB of RAM, you can consider to install a standalone single instance database on the single VM, okay. So that will be a good idea for the practice purpose only. But the rack database is very heavy in resources, okay. That will not take care of anything, okay. That will really consume a lot of resources if you given to it. If you consider that I'm having 32 GB RAM, okay, so assume that 6 GB is allocated for the host machine Windows, and I need to give 12 GB and 12 GB for each node, okay. Like having a two node rack database, and uh, each of them having 12 GB RAM allocated to them. That means 12 GB plus 12 GB is equal to 24 GB RAM has been taken by the both the nodes, okay. And 12 GB, that means 24 GB in RAM has been taken by the both the VMs, and plus you add allocated 6 GB RAM to the Windows machine, okay. So in that case, you are left with the 24 plus 6 30 GB, only 1 GB RAM, okay, or 500 GB RAM. So that will not be a good idea. That will be not a good idea to install the rack database on the laptops, because it will heat up your PC a lot quickly. This also take a lot of time on the production servers also. Even though the production servers have a lot of RAM, a lot of hard disk, right, storage space allocated to them, even though it will take a lot of time to be installed on that, okay. So likewise this will be same for the if you are going to upgrade the, if you are uh, upgrading the database also. So for example, the pre-existing database version is of 11 or 12c, and you want to upgrade the database to the 19c. So in that case you need to install the binaries of the 19c to the another folder in the same directory tree, and then you need to start the upgrade assistant dbua, which is a database upgrade assistant. It will take care of that, okay. It will upgrade and copy the file, okay. So likewise it will take. So you can see that the CPU is continuously on the 32 GB, 32%, 30% usage, and the memory is also going approx to 16 GB. Even I am having single instance, okay, because I have been allocated 12 GB to the VM, okay. So I just done the 12 GB. I'll just set the 12 GB RAM on the VM for the only sake of the installation, okay. So it will take less time. If I allocated much RAM for the installation purpose, you can reduce the RAM. After I will going to reduce the RAM of this VM after this. For example, I will only set 5 GB of RAM to this VM after the installation of this Oracle database has been completed. So likewise you can do also. you guys could have a better processor and a RAM also. Okay, so for example, if you are having a 11th gen or 12th gen processor, then it will be quite helpful along with the 16 GB memory. So it is sufficient for installing the single instance database, standalone database on the laptop. So all these three as things are in sync, then the installation will be quite fast. Okay, so better CPU plus better RAM plus better storage like SSDs. So this will all be contributed in the faster installation and processing of the database. So so you can see that how much time it has been taking. Okay, so it is taking a lot of time, even though I have edited this video at say 1.5 times, the speed is still slow. Need to wait a lot. So you can see that memory spike, memory is still at the usage of 16 GB, right? And CPU also 22. I have not opened any other application like heavy usage. You can see only these are the things open in the background and in the foreground. So so the installation is at the stage of creating and starting Oracle instance. Okay, so it is in progress. 36% is has been completed right now. Let's see that how much it will take. So it will take another 15 minutes, as I hope it should not take more than 15 minutes. So it is going up, right? 43%. The installation part of the Oracle database is quite filthy. Okay, so it is struggling part. Like, so if there is any issue occurs while installation and doing other configuration steps, so that will be a mess. That will be a mess. You have to start doing the installation again if something happens. Okay, so that is what. So it should be better to do the pre-checks before starting the installation. So there will be no struggle, no issue occurs in the installation for the part, but it's quite difficult as compared to other softwares. Okay, like we can simply do it. So Oracle has also provided an RPM based installation, but that will be automatic automation stuff, right? So just you have to download the RPM for the Oracle database, say 19c. You need to download the RPM, and then you can simply start the installation. But in that case, uh, you don't have freedom to do manual configuration, like if you want to do some additional stuff there or some changes that you don't want the default SID and the listeners, so you can't do it using the RPM based installation. You need to do so you need to do the manual installation. So in the manual installation we do have freedom to do whatever we want. Okay, so all the stuffs are in our control, like amount of RAM we want to give to the instance, or say the name of the name preference also in the hands of us. Okay, so we can choose whatever name we want to give, as well as the other configuration stuffs we can give by our own selves. So overall the manual installation is good for the overall control, but it's quite difficult to do it. Okay, so you need to practice a lot before doing it. So after some time you will be familiar with the installation process, so you will know that whatever you can take the notes, that whatever difficulties happens in the past, and you can prevent those difficulties in the future also. So likewise you can practice the installation, but after doing 4 to 5 times it's enough. You can take a clone, you can export the virtual machine to your hard disk, so you don't have to install the Oracle database again and again. You can just import the virtual machine to the, say, VMware or VirtualBox, so it will be uh, quite safe, smooth, and quite fast and easy. Like just we need to take the copy of a virtual machine and export it to a hard disk. So it will take approx 6 GB of hard disk space to get exported the entire virtual machine after the installation of the Oracle database. So in the future, if you want to have some hands-on on the database, you can just import it, and likewise it will save a lot of efforts, right? You don't have to repeat the process like this. You can simply import the virtual machine and you will go to start practicing. That's all. Oracle also introduces some virtual machine with the pre-installed Oracle databases and other stuffs also. So they are much better for practice. So it has been 51% now completed, right? Completing the database creation in progress. So 19c is a current long-term version available from the Oracle database. Okay, so we can so all the things made by the Oracle is supported on the 19c, so we don't have to care about like OEM is not supporting or Golden Gate is not supporting, or say any other stuffs. So you can take it, but the new version will be coming after 20 uh, I think so 23c. Okay, so new version is 23c. So its developer preview is currently available, but I don't have any experience about what is there. So there is one a great thing is introduces in the 23c. So they have they have replaced the from clause from the 23c. You can simply select anything from the table without using the from clause in the select OR. Okay, like select column name we use na in the current versions, like select column name from table name. Okay, so in the 23c we can do like select column name and then the table name. Okay, directly from then the table name without mentioning the from clause. So this is what the additional feature is there, and that there are also lots of other features also here. Like on the SQL Plus you can run the JavaScript also. Okay, you don't need any other API to introduce there, that already been inbuilt in the 23c, as well as XML JSON support there, and other improvement also, enhancement also there. So this is what 23c upgraded. But the stable build is yet to come. Okay, so it will be arrive after this year, I think so. So it is 54 completing the database creation. Okay, now it's on the stage of creating pluggable databases, right? You can see memory is still at 17.5 and say 6 GB. Okay, 17 GB approx, right? So out of 32 GB, 17 GB is consuming in the installation process. So you can see that now our installation has been completed. Okay, global name, database name, Pune SSD, and that's it. So this is how we can install the Oracle database. Okay, so database also created. So you can see that sys and system are unlocked, but other all the users are locked. Okay, so you can check what are the users those are locked. So you can see all other users are locked except system and sys. So if you need, you can unlock them from here. Okay, giving the new and new password, right? So that's it, we don't want to unlock them. So now you can click on close. So this is how we can install the Oracle database. Now we can check the database is running in the background or not. You can see here Oracle Pune is running in the background. Now we need to check the TNS, that means listener also running. Okay, with the listener underscore Pune name. Okay, you can see here Pune SID is ready also, and that's listening there. Also Pune 1, which is PDB, also listening there. Now we will log in inside the SQL Plus. You can see, okay. Now we will select name, open mode from mid over database, right? So you can see here Pune is the database name and open mode is read and write. Also we will see host name and then instance name from the $v instance. So here you can see host name is shake, right, and instance name is Pune. So here in this way we can see it, right? Now I'll create a simple script using which we can start the listener and database listener automatically on reboot. Okay, so here auto start listener is a shell script by which we will going to do the auto start listener operation on reboot. Okay, export Oracle. First we need to export the Oracle environments so that the shell will know that where is the utility is there. Okay, so here export Oracle home, then export Oracle SID as Pune, then export path. Okay, here we exported. Now finally the LD library path. Okay, so now simply we can mention our lsnrctl command that will start the listener on the reboot. Okay, so this is what the script is look like. Now simply what we will do, we will take the directory in which the auto start script is there, and here in the cron tab we will set it. So this first script will be for database start, okay, at the reboot of the server, and the second one will be for the listener. So here this is for the listener, so this will start the listener at the reboot, okay. So that's it, we need to save it, done. So guys, on reboot both the database and listener will be auto start, okay, so we don't need to manually start them. You can see for that we first need to do some edit in the ORA tab file. So instead of n we will mention here y will ensure that the database will start on the reboot, okay. So that's it guys, this will be auto start the database on the reboot. We will save it, done. pmon then ts nls lsnr then. So using this command we can check the database and listener is running, okay. So you can see that both are running, right. So you can connect with the database while the listener is running using the Oracle SQL Developer, okay, or Toad, anything, any utility. So now we will shut down the database, okay. Our work has been done, so this is how we can do it, right guys, and then we will stop the listener. So that's it guys, this is how we can install the Oracle database on the virtual machine. So guys, this will be helpful for you, okay. Now we will shut down the data server. So thank you for watching guys, okay.